happening? Yeah, what's happening? What's that? That's it, you got it.
What is up, everybody? My name is Dane Thompson. Welcome back to another episode of What's Happeinng? Woo! This is the weekly, sometimes weekly series where I fill you guys in on the gaps here on the BurnDown YouTube channel. So what is happening, everybody? My first actual episode sitting on my new Viper stool, so it actually moves around. I can actually wheel around, and it's comfy. It's way more comfy than that other like drummer stool that I got. I still got that thing kicking around though. But first and foremost, it was my birthday last Monday. I turned 40. So if you're wondering, people always think I'm like younger, but no, I'm getting old. I'm 40 years old. And I didn't have my video up on Tuesday. So what we did was last weekend, Sunday, they had a test and tune. So I figured it'd be like the perfect kind of birthday celebration thing. So that's what I chose to do pretty much with my birthday. And we took the car out. I'd messed with it. Everything seemed like it was, you know, pretty decent. And I messed a bunch with the tune trying to get it to build boost on the two-step. And I pretty much screwed my timing map up. So first thing though, we get to the track and I pull into tech. I messed with the car. I drove the car around. I drove it Friday night to an event. I drove it home like that. It was driving around. It's fine. I literally pull in tech and the thing just pukes its guts. And it leaked like, not profusely, but it was dripping pretty good out of the coolant system. And I'm like, man, what the heck? So first thing in the morning, I struggle with that, roll around, and it's just water with water wetter. Got all over like my shoulder because I had to loosen up the clamp and move it and like readjust it. I ended up having to put double clamps on it. But literally first thing in the morning, like I'm just covered in all that stuff, and it kind of set the tone for the day. But we made a few passes and the car just didn't really show up all that good. And then it ended up breaking the bolt on the rocker arm. So fast forward this week, if you watch the video, obviously we got it fixed. And the thing that I noticed is, I think I took the rocker arm, I have a trunnion kit and it rotates 360. Well, I had it upside down, I had it mounted. So there's like a half moon shape and it rides in that little cradle. And yeah, apparently I put it on upside down and that's what happens. It'll break the bolt, it's not good. And it's just a dumb oversight on my part. And then I ended up finding a couple more that were actually like that. So I have no idea how long they've been like that. Usually you take the rocker arm off as like a set, and I always put it in like the valve cover. So who knows how long that thing has been operating like that, but it's not good. I know that much. And maybe that was why I had the cam trouble in the beginning, and it ate the cam and all that stuff and broke the lifter anyway. Who knows? Maybe that was part of that whole debacle. But other than that, we got it all fixed, and the car was just, it's just like a dog. Like when you hammer it, it was a dog, and I was like, dude, where's my, you know, finally went back to my timing map. I'm like, this thing, something's wrong, because it's a new cam, it's still a hot setup, it's having trouble making boost. Anyway, I screwed my timing map up below boost. So I finally went through and fixed all that, and then I was having boost problems. So I ended up putting it on a 4-port that I had sitting on the shelf forever. I just never switched over because the 3-port stuff had been working. And I'm also on an open loop boost control with the Terminator X, so it doesn't go through the dome. I just have a pulse width signal that goes straight to the 4-port, and then I just regulate it by duty cycle percentage. So I can get more into that, but it's kind of a basic way to do stuff, so that I know that that thing's just commanding 50%. And then it'll just give me some sort of PSI. Versus like a PID, it searches, it wants to get you into that range, and then it kind of floats around and it cycles the boost controller. Since I was having issues and problems, I just want it to be plain, like you just hit the gas and you just get 10 pounds, basic. So I'm just trying to take all the variables away, start over, and make sure the car runs, make sure it makes boost, and then try to build boost on the takeoff and all that other stuff. But I think I was getting way ahead of myself, cart before the horse. And then the other issue is, I'm like you guys, and I said that in the other video, like right now it's pretty late. I'll edit this video down, we'll post it up for tomorrow, and then we'll be out to the races. By the time this thing gets posted, I'll probably be working. But the problem is, you know, you work full time, you got family, you got to have dinner, do all your stuff, and I still like to squeeze videos in, and namely work on the car. And doing a video and working on the car kind of slow stuff down. I've gotten it down pretty decent, but you still have to remember to stop and explain stuff, and it just takes a bit of time. So this week I kind of just killed it on the videos, and then it's actually Thursday night. So by the time you guys watch this, it'll be Friday, and then I'm gonna start filming tomorrow for next week. And if you're wondering what I'm gonna film, the reason I wanna make this video today is we're gonna make more changes to the car under another deadline, which is the track is open this Saturday night. So it's 4 to 10. So I did the 4-port, I did all that stuff. I didn't film any of it because I don't have the time right now. But I re-hardlined it, 4-port, that'll work. Everything's good. The car seems to be a monster. It's only like 13 pounds right now, but it feels like a good 13 pounds as were before. Like it'd make 10, but it just wasn't impressive. And I mean, it's probably, you just get used to it, you know? So now it's hitting 13, it feels like a strong 13. So I feel better about taking it to the track. Still not making boost really under launch. I can trans brake it in the driveway. It'll get up to like 2 or 3, and I'm fine with that. So we just want to make some passes, and I want to be able to make boost and like at least just backdoor the track like a monster if I can. So with that all being said, I think the car's set up to do well, other than I didn't have an anti-roll bar, but I do now. So I ordered this just in time. It came in, it literally showed up today. So I'm gonna put this thing on tomorrow, which is Friday, and then hopefully have that ready for the track, which is Saturday. So tomorrow afternoon, I gotta work a bit. We'll clean things up and then hopefully install this bad boy and then make sure everything's ready to go, and then to get everything loaded for the track like tomorrow afternoon, evening, or early. I want to load tomorrow. I don't want to load on race day. So that is the plan. So yeah, it's funny because that's my MO. I mean, I'm always in a rush. When I work on other people's stuff, I get all the time in the world because you got to get it right, you know, because you break it basically, you own it. But when it comes to my stuff, if I have like an hour, I try to do way too much stuff in that hour. And I think you guys are probably like that too. But now that the car's kind of getting put back together, like I said, I spent most of the week combing over the tune, figured out why the thing didn't run. And now it feels like it's kind of coming around. So hopefully we can make more than a couple passes and they go off. You know, I'd like to actually blow the stupid tires off at the starting line, because then that tells me they were making decent power, and then we can go from there. Last time out, I let go of the trans brake and the thing would just dead hook and just roll out like grandpa. So hopefully we can do it with some authority, and then this will keep that body roll so the car wasn't, it was leaning. And it's funny because you watch the video and I'd let go of the trans brake and then you'd see me crank the wheel because it just wanted to steer to the, I think it was to the left because of that body roll and it was twisting it. So this should keep it planted, keep it flat, and then hopefully we can hit it a bit harder and leave. I still don't have rims for the new slicks that I have, but I'm not even overpowering these tires. So at this point, I don't really care about putting the car in slicks anyway. I'd like to get these tires either worn out or worn down, or to the point where they don't stick, and then we can move over to a slick. So yeah, and then other changes I've got some limiting straps coming. You can still see I have these shocks sitting here because I don't have suspension limiters. So just break these. The ones that are on the car, they're already toast anyway. So if it tops those out and it ends up, as long as they don't leak real bad or nothing, hell, I don't even know if there's anything in to leak anyway. So I got suspension limiters, and then I got a diaper coming from my guys over at DJ. And DJ makes suspension limiters. I think I'm gonna pick all that stuff up. Maybe we can give you guys a tour next time I go over there to LA. They got a new facility. The last time I went, they weren't really set up, so I think they're pretty well set up this time. So maybe we can get the process of like making some belts or doing some stuff over there at some point. But other than that too, somebody's asked me about CO2 boost control, and I'm not quite there yet, but it looks like that's probably where we're gonna have to end up, because the car has to leave with some boost in order to be fast. I mean, let's just be honest. You're never gonna 60 foot if you don't have power, and making 2 pounds of boost off the hit really isn't all that much power, especially with these smaller displacement, worn out truck engines that we like to run. And that's probably the other reason too. I mean, let's just be honest, is I pretty much overcammed the motor. So we'll see how detrimental that is. I just wanted to see what kind of power it made with that LSA. And what I was really hoping to do is take that cam and stuff it in a 6 liter. But even then, I know like a sloppy stage 2 works really well in a 6 liter. So I probably don't even need all the cam that's in there for a 6 liter either, if we can get there and go that direction. So we'll see. We'll mess around with it for a while. It still kind of sucks. I'll just get another sloppy stage 2, slap it in, and then I'll just sell this one to some dreamer that wants to rev a motor like 8K, because I don't have the valve train for that. We already tried, and we lost stuff at like 7,300 or whatever we were spinning it to. So that is that. So lots of work coming up. Under the gun again. We'll throw this bad boy in. This is just an anti-roll bar. We'll go over to its Rhodes kit, I'll open it and all that stuff. And then we'll slam it in, and I should hopefully have that done tomorrow. And then come Saturday night, oh, and it's gonna be at night, so the temperature should be a bit better. And then as long as I get the boost controller to work, I'd like to put that thing on some PSI this time. I'd like to start small just to make sure that the thing will go down the track, but once I can get it to leave and go, we'll just turn it up and see what that thing will do, because we can put at least 20 pounds or low 20s through it. That's essentially, Reed was putting like 22, 23 pounds through his car, and mine needs to be right up there with him in order to kind of hang with, you know, what he's doing. But ultimately, I just want to make a bunch of passes, get some seat time. Really, I'd like to work on a 60-foot and do some suspension adjustments and just basically have a little fun with the car, and kind of, I'd like to really hot lap the thing if I could, for the most part. So that is that. Hopefully we have some fun. Hopefully the thing stays in one piece and we get off the struggle bus. And then other than that, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, share. I'm out.